Hey, Brad, what's that?
What's what?
That thing right in front of you, man.
Oh, you mean the script that's telling me to remind our listeners to subscribe to Geeklirious on iTunes or any platform of their choice?
Yeah, but wasn't there more?
Alright, let me take a look. Hey, there's a part where I tell the listeners to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter using our handle @Geeklirious.
Yeah, that's the best line I ever wrote.
Oh, crap. I deleted it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 36 of Geeklirious. My name is Brian Cambriello. His name is Mike Tessmacher.
Hello.
And we are going to be talking Antman and the Wasp, Marvel's newest big screen comic adventure. But first, we should do some plugs in the beginning.
Yeah. Well, we are at our new headquarters, our recording studio.
Where are we, Mike?
We are at the one and only Geeked Up Games and Comics comic book shop. It is, well, like in the title, comic book shop.
And games. Don't forget the games.
And games.
Don't forget the games.
They got a sweet arcade cabinet.
They do. I was eyeing their Turtles in Time game that they had. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So many hours I wasted on that game.
So, what is the address? It's 1091...
10-something North Massapequa.
Yeah.
Right. They are located on North Broadway in Massapequa, New York. If you feel like dropping in, tell Mike and Brian sent you.
Yes. Just tell them the Geeklirious crew. And they'll hook you up.
And as always, if you want to follow them on social media, I posted links in the show notes below.
Yeah.
Now, as far as
reaching us,
we are Geeklirious on all platforms. Where are we located, Mike?
We're on YouTube. You can subscribe there.
Yup.
You can also follow us on Twitter.
Yup.
You can also follow us on Instagram.
Yup.
And we have a wonderful page that you can, I guess you subscribe to it?
Where?
On Facebook.
You like it.
You like our page on Facebook.
Like our page on Facebook.
And, join the conversation. There's a lot of good stuff going on over there.
Hell yeah, we're always posting topics for conversation and opinions, and we welcome all. We like to get a good various amount of
a spattering
people. A smattering.
Yeah. And if you guys really like us, go to our iTunes and subscribe there and give us 5 stars.
Yes. And if you really, really, really like us, you can even write a review.
Yeah. But mostly the 5 stars.
Alright.
But yeah.
I think we're good on the plugs. Alright, so, as we said previously, we will be talking Antman and the Wasp. Initial thoughts before we break into spoiler territory?
Yeah, we'll try to do a few minutes of some spoiler-free stuff.
Yeah, for those of you who have not seen it yet.
Yeah.
Alright, so, first off, general opinions. You liked it, you didn't like it, it was meh.
I liked it a lot.
You liked it a lot? Would you say it was better than the first Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah? See, I was thinking that too. I think I liked it more than the first Ant-Man.
I would almost say it's about equal to the first one.
Yeah,
but,
definitely on par with it.
Yeah, but I think it just edges it over a little bit slightly, just because you don't have to get in the whole get to know Scott Lang or anything. You know it.
Yeah.
It goes in and it just keeps going. Like, you don't have to know any. You already know it. It just kind of goes right into it.
I really enjoyed the beginning of the movie and how it tied into the ending of Captain America: Civil War. Yeah, Scott Lang is he's on house arrest, and so it really plays into the events that happened in past movies.
Yeah,
and in a really good way. Like it kind of it fills you in on like the time that passed, which is cool. I definitely did like that a lot.
Yeah, because I guess minor spoilers for Infinity War. Ant-Man wasn't in it, and this kind of explains... Well, it does. It explains why he wasn't.
Yes. Because he could not leave his house.
Yeah, he was on house arrest for 2 years.
Yeah, which is cool. You get to see him playing around with his kid, and how he uses his free time, not being able to leave the house.
Yeah, when you got that much free time, he does... He's like the coolest dad. He like built like this whole elaborate
like cardboard.
Yeah, makeshift cardboard
slide, like jungle gym.
It's like a dungeon. Like you're crawling around it, and I guess you gotta like find. It's like a whole tunnel system in the whole house.
Super cool.
And it's a big house too, and it's like a multi-leveled fort through the whole house made out of cardboard. And that was like a really cool... I don't know. Every kid wants that. Mainly, I would just make like a box. And that's all I had.
It's like SpongeBob imagination.
Yeah. But she just had the slide going down the stairs. And they had everything in that.
It was super cool. So, without going any further, the basic plot of the movie was that Hank Pym thinks that his wife might still be alive inside of the... What do they call it? Like, the microverse?
Yeah. The quantum
realm.
Yeah, the microverse.
And, so... They use Scott Lang, who they believe had contact with her while he was down there, to help them out and to find her.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that can't just go smoothly. There's also some villains who are trying to not necessarily impede them from doing that task, but the same technology that they're using, they want.
Yeah, they all want the same thing. And they're all fighting to get that.
Yeah, for different reasons, of course.
Yeah, they all have their own reasons.
Yeah, there's like 3 main parties that want it. There's the main villain who wants it for her own needs. Then, of course, the good guys, Scott and Hank, and what's her name? The Wasp. What's her real name? Not the actress, just like the character.
The original one?
No, like the...
Janet?
Well,
no, that's
Hank's wife.
Yeah, that's Hank's... man, why am I forgetting...
whatever, we'll think of it later. Not a big deal. Anyway, so, and then there's, like, the third party, which is, like, this, like, businessman, played by the guy from, he was in The Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
And, I forget his name, but I should really pull up like, an
smooth-talking Southern gent.
Yes. Pretty much had the same accent that he had in Hateful Eight.
Yeah, I think that's just his accent.
I love it. I love it so much. And he wants it for monetary gains.
Well, sort of.
Hope Van Dyne was her name, by the way.
Yeah, Hope. Oh, my God. See, I was going to say Nadia, because in the comics, the new one is Nadia Van Dyne.
Interesting. Oh, and the guy's name is Walter Goggins. That's the actor who plays the businessman.
Yeah, because in the movie, his name's Birch.
Sonny Birch. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the basic plot.
It's very simple.
Very simple. Yeah.
It doesn't get in the way of the action and the comedy, which that's what this movie's about.
You know what it is? Alright, you know that scene from Guardians of the Galaxy in the beginning where They all kind of meet each other for the first time on that alien, like in that little park area, and they're all trying to fight after the Infinity Stone.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, Star-Lord has it, and then Gamora has it, and then... That's literally the entire movie, but based around this technology. Yeah. They just keep pretty much stealing it back and forth, and it definitely makes for an interesting dynamic. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a heist film, although there definitely are heist elements to the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's more at stake.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's a life and death situation.
Which is also another plus of the movie over the first one, because the first one, a lot of people had problems with Yellow Jacket. I didn't mind Yellow Jacket as a villain, but this one is just way better. The motives, and just the power set. It's not just it's the same powers as Ant-Man. No, they're different. They're kind of mysterious, but it's not the usual just bad for being bad.
See, I personally liked Yellow Jacket more, I believe.
You think so?
Yeah, I liked Yellow Jacket a lot.
I liked Yellow Jacket, but I felt like he was just like, okay, I want to take over the company, and I don't like Hank Pym, and I want the suit and the tech.
Yeah, his motives weren't as strong.
Yeah.
But as far as, I guess, I don't know, like scare factor or like intensity goes, I thought he had he was more of like a fearsome villain, I guess you can call it.
Yeah, because like at the time, Ant-Man didn't know how to use his powers as effectively as he does now.
Right. Menacing. That's a good word. That's the word I wanted.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, I think that's pretty much the best we can do without giving away major spoilers.
Yeah, I would like to say I really highly recommend it. If you liked the first one, I highly recommend it. I don't think it's essential, though. As far as if you just like the main Avengers, or there's ones that are essential. It's not Thor Ragnarok good, but I do think it's better than Ant-Man. I feel like it's on par with Doctor Strange and Spider-Man Homecoming.
I think I like this movie better than Doctor Strange, not as much as Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
If I were to rank it.
Yeah. I think I like Spider-Man Homecoming more, but I would say it's on par with Doctor Strange.
Okay.
For me, at least.
Yeah, but the comedy hits well, the action hits well.
Yeah.
Overall, really fun time.
Yeah.
Not a bad movie by any means.
Definitely not.
All right, and with that, we will transfer over to spoiler territory. So obviously, if you have not watched the movie yet, do not listen any further. Or if you don't care about spoilers, listen on.
Watch the movie, then come back, listen to this when you get a chance.
Even better.
Yeah.
Okay. So, right off the bat, we should talk about the villain. So,
yeah.
You remember her
Ghost.
name? Ghost? Okay.
Yeah.
Who was played by Hannah John Kamen, also known as Ava.
Mm-hmm.
So, her powers essentially were that her dad was like experimenting with microverse, quantum realm technology.
Yeah.
And she got hit by an explosion, very similar to like first season of Flash. And it pretty much like locked her in like a state where her molecules were constantly like deconstructing and then regenerating.
Yeah, basically she's Kitty Pryde powers.
Yeah, but uncontrollable at sometimes, but also controllable at others.
it's that was the whole thing why she was trying to get the tech,
right,
to help her stabilize, because she's literally dying, she's disappearing. So yeah, that's her whole reasoning. I really enjoyed that. I like when the villains they're not just evil for evil. They have their reasons, and it's a pretty good one. She's not out to hurt people. You know, I guess she was kind of when she was working for whatever agency, and she was doing like mercenary work for a while.
Yeah, she was working for S.H.I.E.L.D., wasn't it? I thought they said she was working for S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, possibly.
And then when S.H.I.E.L.D. collapsed, she kind of became a mercenary without a home.
Yeah,
kind of like a rogue type thing.
Yeah,
what like a Ronin, like in Japanese lore, like a
samurai without
a master.
Without like a clan.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like you said before, she had a motive. She had substance. Good, generally good villain. So I think one of the only twist in this whole movie. So I guess early on in the movie, the gang, we'll call them the gang, which is Hank, Scott, and Hope, go to see a character played by Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes.
And they ask him for help, and then eventually Lawrence Fishburne turns out to be the guy who's looking after the villain, and so he's kind of evil.
That was so good. Goliath. That whole scene, Lawrence Fishburne was great in the movie. We didn't even mention him in the spoiler-free part.
Yeah, he was good.
He was great.
Yeah, that whole scene where he was like, "Oh, how big did you get?"
Like, 24 feet. He's like, "Oh, that's good. That's good." He's like, "Yeah, how?" He's like, "How big did you get?" He's like, Scott's lying. He's like, "No." He's like, pretty big." He's like, "No, come on, tell me." 65 feet. And he's like, "Oh man, that's big." And he's like,
that was a good scene. And then Hope was like, "If you guys are comparing sizes," the whole thing was in the trailer, so it was a good scene. It was a good scene to put in the trailer. And also as far as comedy goes, of course you had Michael Pena back as the fast talking friend of Scott Lang. He honestly once again makes the movie. He is so freaking funny.
I feel like he wasn't as funny as he was in the first one.
Yeah, he didn't have as much screen time, I felt like.
I feel like it was maybe a little too much of him. Where the first one, it had, like, just enough of him.
He I can see had, that. Like,
his funny parts, and then whatever.
No, yeah, now that I'm thinking
in this one, he was, like, a part of the team.
Yeah, no, you're right. He did have more screen time.
Not in a bad way, but it was, like, maybe a tad too much of it.
Yeah, because...
where it wasn't like I was dying laughing like I was in the first one with everything he said. There was, like, a lot more of him, so I was kind of like, okay, yeah, that's him.
Yeah, I did like him. So he's got himself and his ex-con buddies. That's the company they created.
T.I., the rapper.
Yeah.
The other guy.
The Russian dude. Hilarious. That whole part where he kept... What was the line? He's like, Babushka or whatever, like the Russian witch. You know what I'm talking about?
I forgot what it was, though.
It was like the Russian word for a witch, and he kept saying it like all the time. It was really funny. I forget what it was. But every time Ghost was like around, he would start like telling the story or referencing the story of like this Russian fairy tale, like this witch. Her name was like Babushka or something like that. And
Babushka just means grandma.
Oh, is that what it means? Let's see if I can look it up. But
I'm not sure. But my favorite part with him was with the truth serum. where
Oh, that was hysterical.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Baba Yaga.
yeah, Baba Yaga.
he starts singing the song when
Yeah.
she comes near. That was hysterical. I'm sorry, I interrupted. What were you
Baba
saying?
Yaga. Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
Yeah, the whole truth serum bit was hysterical.
Sonny Birch kidnaps the ex-con team, and he's like, oh, it's truth serum. He's like, no, it's not truth serum. He's like, oh, but what does it do? And they explain what he does. Yeah, that's truth serum. It's not truth serum.
Yeah, they're like, no, it's not truth serum. And he's like, well, it kind of sounds like truth serum.
That joke is hysterical.
Yeah.
It was such a good joke. A really great bit. I don't know if Michael Pena has any hand in the writing of it, but I wouldn't doubt it if he did a little bit. Or at least ad-libbing a little bit.
Yeah, he probably ad-libbed a good deal of that.
Yeah.
Some of that stuff, like, if they did write it, I'm like, good on them, because that's some clever writing. But
it's
like,
hysterical.
A lot of that stuff seems so, like, off the cuff, like, made up. It would make sense if it was ad-libbed.
It
really funny.
Yeah.
What else? So, back with Goliath, Lawrence Fishburne's character, that I didn't think he was going to have as big of a role in this as he did, which
Right.
I was really happy about. That he wasn't just like, I'm here to say hello, just a little cameo from Goliath. It's like, no, he was like an essential character. Really enjoyed that.
And as a fan of The Matrix, I'm just happy to see Morpheus on screen for extended periods. He looked good, too.
Yeah.
He looks like he slimmed down a little bit.
Yeah.
He had gained a little bit of weight and he looked a lot thinner.
Man, I would love to see him, like, in Ant-Man 3 with the Goliath suit.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
Like, maybe him, like, as a camo, helping out Ant-Man in some way.
Right.
Because in the end of Antman and Wasp, well, if you've seen Infinity War, basically, Scott Lang goes into the microverse to get, I guess, the quantum energy.
Yeah.
And while he's collecting that, Hope and Hank and the original Wasp, they they go the way of Spider-Man and all them.
Yeah, they get taken by the snap.
Yep.
The snap heard around the world.
Yeah. What did you think about that?
Great scene.
Yeah.
Really great. But
I was thinking that was
dude.
What was gonna
but
happen.
like I put myself into Scott's shoes.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if I can mentally deal with like being trapped in that realm.
That's what I'm gonna. He's gonna go crazy.
Dude, that's what I was thinking.
Like, although I mean,
they're gonna get him out of there, and he's gonna be like freaking out.
if Janet didn't go crazy, maybe he won't.
That's true. That's also true.
Although she's like a way like more calm, cool, and smarter than Scott.
Yeah.
Scott is freaking out in the microverse.
Dude. I really hope that in Avengers 4 that Scott Lang is in the movie.
I don't think... Oh, man. That's...
Dude, because I really hope that that Michael Pena's character survived the snap, and then has to retell Ant-Man what happened while he was in there, in his Michael Pena way.
Yeah. Oh, Captain America punches blue guy with weirder chin in his face, and there was snapping fingers, and this guy with a suit of armor, Tony Stark, was looking cool.
Dude, you know how he does like the mouthing over people?
Yeah.
Like if he did that for Thanos, I think I might die.
Oh yeah, you see like Steve Rogers doing it, and then Thanos doing it. Oh yeah, that would be really good if they did that.
That'd be freaking hysterical, dude.
So what other notable scenes from the movie did you like? Me, the car chase scene.
I was just about to say that the car chase is phenomenal in that movie.
It might be my favorite car chase scene in the Marvel MCU?
I have to... No, it's not for me. No, it's not.
Black Panther?
Black Panther. I've just said... Black Panther is my favorite.
I was thinking of that too, because that was really cool too.
It's really good.
I like this one more.
You think so?
Yeah. Just because...
It's definitely very good.
Dude, he was like skateboarding on a truck. And he flicks the AK out of the guy's hand and just like kicks the car. Like, so much cool stuff. Them shrinking and like flipping the car over. So much good stuff. How they utilized the shrinking and the enlarging, like, so many good, like, really good stuff.
They utilized that very well during the fight scenes, how they would shrink and then grow and then punch and kick and shrink to dodge a punch, grow back.
Yeah.
It was really well timed.
And they did it in a lot of clever ways, not just, like, the obvious, necessarily, ways, but, like, not predictable, but, like, clever ways that you could see happening. And how they incorporate it with, like, everything. Like, it was during the car chase, during the fighting. Like, they use it in such great ways. And the effect is, like, always cool.
Yeah. No, it's, honestly, though, like, all in all, they did a really good job of blending the action with the comedy.
Yeah.
Like, I know... One of my favorite movie reviewers, Jeremy Johns, had said that he felt like the movie suffered from, I guess, like, that contrast. Like, there was parts where it was funny when it should have been serious and vice versa. But I didn't get that from this movie. Like, in Thor Ragnarok, he said the same thing, and I can kind of get that with Thor Ragnarok a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not enough to make it a bad movie in my eyes, but I think that this movie blended it better.
Yeah, just because Paul Rudd is so damn good.
Yeah, he is very
good. And beyond Paul Rudd, Michael Douglas.
Oh my god. Dude, best scene with him is when they are captured by Ghost and Goliath, and Michael Pena fakes, like, I'm sorry, Michael Douglas fakes that heart attack type thing.
Yeah.
For them to open up the Altoids box, which has the freaking giant ants in it. And
that was so cool.
That was fantastic.
I was like, I know there's something in there.
Yeah. That was so funny when...
it's just some soldier ants.
He kept asking for an Altoid, and Michael Douglas was like, no. And I'm like, why won't he let him have an Altoid? I'm like, is he just being a dick? Like... And then I'm like, no, there's gigantic ants.
Yeah, there's giant freaking soldier ants in there ready to
imagine Scott grabbed it while they were driving. He was like, well, screw you, freaking Hank. I'm going to grab some Altoids. And they opened up while they were driving, and the ants went everywhere.
And so what do you think about Wasp, her inclusion?
Wasp is fantastic.
Michelle Pfeiffer, too.
Yes.
Really great as the classic, original OG Wasp. She wasn't in it a lot.
No, very barely in there.
Also, a really good part was where she was in Scott Lang's head.
That was super cool.
Dude,
that really showed up some acting props for Paul Rudd, too.
Oh, funny, bro. Funny.
It was hysterical, but also sweet in the same way, but also funny.
Because you saw, like, it was super funny because it's Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
But you actually got, like, what Janet was, like, thinking. Like, the emotion. Like, it went through. Like, you saw, like, her with her husband that she hasn't seen for 20 years, 15, 20 years. And the daughter, and, like, she's, like, holding Hank's hand.
Oh, that was real funny.
But sweet, too.
Yeah, it was.
And, like, really, like, not like, oh, I'm gonna cry, like, touching, but it was, like, like, the little things. Not, like, overly done or nothing, but it wasn't, like, corny said. It was just, like, a nice, sweet touch that they had. And it was also funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Hope, the new Wasp. Evangeline killed it. Evangeline Lilly, she killed it.
Yeah, she did really well.
The action, she had the best action scenes.
She really did, yeah. Her versus Ghost and the car chase.
Yeah.
Really, really good. And one thing we didn't mention, there was that whole subplot with... So, Paul Rudd's getting off of house arrest.
Yeah.
And the FBI agent keeps checking in on him.
The funniest... He stole the show.
He was hysterical.
He was like Michael Pena in the first movie.
Oh, he was really funny.
Level of...
Let me get the actor's name, because he's famous.
Yeah.
He was in a lot of stuff.
He's a really good comedian. And yeah,
Randall Park.
Really funny. He killed it.
Yeah, he's hysterical. And I liked how he kept checking in and...
running over there, and the ants playing the drums for Scott.
That was really funny.
They're like, 8 hours TV, 2 hours in the bathroom. I don't know what he's doing in 2 hours.
Yeah, no, it was great. The thing is, during this whole time we were talking, I was trying to get some negatives.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
much.
There's really not much. Like you said, Michael Pena might have been a little overdone.
I wouldn't even say overdone. I just feel like the comedic effect was at the height of it in the first one, just because there was a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know? But, yeah, the Randall Park killed it. He was the new Luis for me. He's so funny.
I also liked his daughter's mom and the stepdad or the boyfriend. Yeah, them two. What's her name? Judy Greer.
Yeah, and
Clive
Owen.
Clive Owen. That's not him.
That's not Clive Owen.
That's not Clive Owen.
It looks a little like Clive Owen.
His name is Bobby Cannavale. He was the main bad guy in Jumanji. I just saw that recently.
Clive Owen #2.
Clive Owen He does not look like Clive Owen.
Totally.
He looks like Italian Clive Owen, maybe. Or maybe Rocky Balboa's son or something. I don't know. Anyway, them two together.
And also, Cassie Lang. Lang's daughter.
She did such a good job.
Fantastic.
They always get good child actors for these
which
things.
Is super hard to do.
It is.
Very hard to do, as you can, like the terrible actor in Iron Man 3, the kid. I did not like him. But,
really? I liked him.
No.
I was just about to say I liked him. Anyway.
Well, I hated him.
I thought
he was
funny.
stupid. No, but Cassie Lang, for a child actress, really good. Really good. She wasn't annoying. She actually enhanced the movie. I feel like she was sweet, but she wasn't like the typical, oh, my dad's a criminal. No, she was all for Ant-Man.
I know. I love.
She's his biggest fan.
Yeah. No, I really like that. I like how she looked up to her dad. There was that really great scene where it was her, Wasp, and Ant-Man, and she said something along the lines of, she's like, oh, I wanted to be his partner, but he said I was too young, so I think you should be his partner, something like that. Yeah. It was really cute.
Yeah.
It was good. It was a good scene.
Really good chemistry between Scott and Cassie, and then Scott with Evangeline Lilly, the Wasp.
Yeah, that's really good. That might be my one gripe with the movie, though. I didn't really. It was a weird romance thing.
Scott and Wasp
between
Scott and Hope.
Yeah, which is funny because the freaking name of the movie is them too, but I didn't buy the romance. In the first one, I did. In the second one, no, it was a little off for me. But that's just a personal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly though, really, really good movie. No problems really with it.
Yeah, I was trying to find, like, critiques about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's the few.
Yeah.
But...
They're minor.
Yeah, minor. Like, it was a fun, enjoyable movie. And I feel like it is what you needed after Infinity War.
Yeah.
Being so serious.
Yeah.
And it's not an essential MCU movie, but I don't think you should miss it.
Yeah. I would say that. Yeah, you don't need to watch this movie in order to understand the plot, but you should.
Yeah, absolutely. Just because, I don't know, it's so intriguing. I mean, I like Ant-Man, the character. I always have, especially Wasp. I'm a big Wasp fan. But, yeah, so this just hit that right tone. It was all about the tone for me. I didn't know what to expect after Infinity War. I'm like, oh my god, what's going to happen? How is this going to coincide with that? Don't even worry about that going into it. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know? Don't even worry about all the other stuff. Just it's a fun movie. Yeah. I don't know what to say other than it being fun. It might be the quote-unquote funnest MCU movie.
You know, I would agree with that.
Right?
Yeah. It's super... It is a super fun, enjoyable... Definitely, like, the quote-unquote summer movie.
Yeah.
Very lighthearted.
Yeah.
Good action scenes. Great humor. Yeah. Ant-Man and the Wasp gets a double thumbs up from the B-Man over here.
The same for me. I loved it. I want to go see it again just because I feel like a lot of times, you know, in the theater. And plus, I had some dude talking on the phone right next to me.
Dude, that happened to me when I went to go see The Incredibles.
Ugh.
And that
These
guy...
people, man.
But the worst part is that guy came with us. He was in our freaking group.
No.
Yeah. It wasn't my decision.
Well.
Anyway.
You know, get better friends, Brian.
He wasn't my friend. He was a friend of a friend
well,
of a
they
friend.
brought him, so...
He was literally a friend of a friend of a friend.
I would have said something. Even if he wasn't my friend, if he was a friend of a friend, I'd be like, really, dude?
I was debating taking his phone and throwing it.
Like, come on now.
But I didn't want to ruin my Incredibles.
We only get like 3 Marvel movies a year. Don't do it. But yeah, so that was super annoying. I want to go see it again just to soak everything up more. Because I feel like there was like, especially with the action, because going from small to big, there's a lot of stuff you could, like, a little stuff you can miss. Pun intended, I guess.
Yeah.
Really cool stuff. A lot of stuff that you wouldn't even, like, it's big going to small, but they do it in really small ways. And, the last but not least, the visuals of the movie.
Yeah.
We didn't really get to talk about that, but the whole microverse stuff, that was just, I haven't seen something that pretty in it since probably the Valkyrie scene in Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty dope.
Really cool visuals. Awesome. But, yeah, I don't want to talk too much about it. Everyone watch it. Super awesome movie. Both of us getting a thumbs up. 2 thumbs up from both of us.
Yes. That's, for those of you counting at home, that's 4 thumbs.
And... oh, and he got another Ant, too. Antonio Banderas.
That's fantastic. That's a great name.
Yeah. Really good.
I really hope that the next one is called Susan B. Anthony.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Alright.
Other ant puns.
Send us your best ant puns.
Yeah. Tell us, what did you think of Ant-Man and the Wasp? You know we liked it. We don't know if you liked it. Let us know.
We might be wrong. Maybe we have terrible taste in movies.
It's happened before.
It has happened.
I mean, you like The Last Jedi. And you like Justice League.
Yeah, that's true. I've never said I have good taste in movies.
Yeah. I've been known to, like a few weird things. But, yeah. That's another episode of Geeklirious.
Yes.
We want to thank everyone for joining us. We were on hiatus because of his emergency.
My car broke down.
Yeah. But we're alright. We took a week off. We watched Ant-Man. And I watched Luke Cage. Brian didn't, so we're gonna save something. I didn't want to talk about Luke Cage too much because he didn't see it. But when he finishes it, or starts it and finishes it,
yeah,
we will do a review of that. Because I have a lot to say about Luke Cage Season 2, to say the least.
Yeah, maybe we'll do something like that next episode. We'll do like all the things that we've been doing. There's like a catch-up episode.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, guys, thank you so very much for listening. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, bye.